What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast. What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki here with Two Tree Guy Podcast in North Carolina at the TCIA Expo. We're upstairs at the Expo Climb, sitting here with my buddy, Dustin Goodman. What's up, dude?
How you doing, man? Y'all doing all right today?
We're doing it. What do you think about the show so far?
So far, my favorite part has been the Expo Climb. They've got everything separated up here, and being able to kind of find a focal point for climbers. Being like last year you were there, Indianapolis was cool, but there was so much big iron and very little things for the end user arborists to put hands on unless they were looking to go talk to a finance company.
And 85 to 90% of the people there are the guys out there every single day
in the trenches.
Yeah,
it's the guys that they're looking at trucks. Bosses coming to buy, and bosses wanting to around say, I come out of a class, man, that sure would be nice, but we're gonna grab this log dolly and keep rolling cookies.
Oh man, no, it is. It's cool for them. The Expo Climb up here for TCIA, how each manufacturer has their own ropes up here set up, their own gear. The trainers are up here from the academy working with each different person that wants to try this out. Yeah. Hey, I've never, because you look at something, you're like, that's $500 or $400.
Oh yeah,
I've never used it. I don't know. I'm not going to spend it, but then they come out here and use it, and they go, okay, I want it. Yep. This is what I want.
I was stuck with like a Cheryl catalog, like, okay, maybe that'll be worth it. I'll go research and go down to here, but to come put hands on it, like ArborFest 2019 was the first one I was able to do that, and I was much more confident in making purchases, being able to try stuff on, being able to put my hands on it, see if this is going to work for my climbing style, and also maybe I don't really know a lot about that thing, but if I can sit there and watch somebody that's passionate about it, run through it, I've learned so much just watching sidebar, being like a fly on the wall in conversations where people are discussing stuff. Like you'll watch Morgan Thompson over here talking to the right person, and I'm like, oh, okay. You're listening to the engineer speak to the mechanic, and this is going to go really well. I'm going to wire something over here.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, it's it. So out of all the stuff that you're seeing, today and yesterday, what are some things that are popping out to you? Any new products or anything that you're like, that's cool, I'm going to switch to that, I'm going to try this, or even in just the classes? And
I haven't really, I'm chasing squirrels all over the floor. So really, one of the things that I saw that was pretty cool, Clogger coming with that crew pant, the tree crew pant.
Okay.
They're coming with something that's a lower price point, somewhere between a pair of Chaps and a pair of Defender Pros, like a 220, I think they're going to release them at. But for like a company like yourself, you're trying to put a large amount of people in CP. Now they're giving you a pant that's in the 220 range that you can brand easily, has less bells and whistles, but it's safety and it's comfortable and they can work in it, and it's going to get a lot more people in CP.
Nice. What's that series?
It's the Tree Crew. It's that
Tree Crew.
They're calling it the Clogger Tree Crew. So it's less bells and whistles than like the Defender Pros, more designed for like the standard ground worker.
Yeah.
But instead of having them taken on and off and on and off with the Chaps, you can just put them in a comfortable pair of pants that they might actually rock all day.
Yeah.
And it looks light enough that we could run them in Texas. I'm sure y'all could run them in Southern California. But it's it's pretty awesome. And outside of that, there's been a few odds and ends, but man, I'm still running my wrench. I run the Rope Runner Pro occasionally. Like I like rope touching rope. So as long as your hitch relationship and rope relationship is good, I like the ropes. I don't want to be focused on what I'm climbing on, right? I want to be focused on the climb. If I've got a mechanical that I could possibly break, 210 pounds moving around through there, I don't want to like bend that thing around the corner and cause a problem. So I pretty much wrench it, stick to my wrench. I got to come say hi to Kevin. My biggest thing, man, my wife's out here with me. So the women in
and she travels with you a lot to all these shows.
Yeah,
right?
She hits a few competitions a year with me. We like Treepalooza and stuff that comes up in December. It's coming up in
where's that going to be at?
It's going to be in Florida. It's in Florida every year in December, and this year
do it.
It's one of the better events. It's like a master style event. So every event you throw into, there's no 5-minute work climbs. It's 2 20-minute preliminary events for work climbs. Sequestered aerial rescue typically. They switch it up every time, but it's an open format. So it's really high caliber climbers, really high caliber volunteers, and typically we're on a place where we can camp on site. So nobody has to sit and go anywhere else. And they do more family focused stuff, right? Like every year they do the
Who puts that on?
Nick Markley Reggie Copes and Andrew Bowles are the ones that kind of spearhead it. The last 2 years, it's been on private property in Palatka, Florida. Yeah. And this year, they're going to like a Vortex something in near Destin area.
Okay.
So it's going to be like Fort Walton Beach, Destin area out there. So
the
panhandle of Florida. It's been like down in the middle of the last couple of years. It's like first weekend in December, they're actually out here bouncing around. I'm going to send Reggie and Nick over here because it's a really great return on investment for the climber, right?
Get them on the show and talk about it. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome because instead of like an ISA format, right? 5 minutes in the tree, 5 minutes in the tree, 5 minutes in the tree, have a good weekend. It's 20 minutes in the tree here, 20 minutes in the tree there. You're getting almost 90 minutes in.
How many competitors are?
I think the last one we had like 40 or 50, and they're capping it at that. But they do like last year's was an open format, so you had a hard start time and a hard stop time. And then you had all these events. You could sign up and run them as you see fit. There was no rotations. It was get your stuff done and have fun.
So when you're ready for that event, you go and you just know that you got 6 events you have to do.
Yeah, you have
that day.
You have a time, you have a task, and you have a team. Execute.
Gotcha. So it's not like, okay, go here, go here, go here.
Yeah, it's
so if you need a little bit more of a rest and get focused, get some lunch.
You want to focus on this game, and you have 2 days to accomplish those things, so you can prioritize.
I do like that.
Split up 2 work.
I do like that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Left me in a situation. So it's my daughter's birthday weekend also. So I take my youngest, who's 7 this year. She'll be turning 8 at Treepalooza. So it's a birthday party for her. They had this 400-foot zip line. We're out there playing, and she at 6 years old, she climbed it up and rode it by herself at 6, and then the next day, or rode it with me at 6. And when she turned 7, we climb up, and she hit the 450-foot zip line solo.
Really?
Yeah, dude. She loved climbing with me since she was 5. She has an Edelrid fin harness and gets in the tree with me on a regular.
Man,
she doesn't know she's getting trained. I set up a piece of KM3 Max and a single Prusik, and I have her like launch off the trampoline.
Yeah.
She swings, kicks off the houses, and comes back and lands. But she doesn't understand the mechanics she's learning and how that's going to reflect the tree work.
Yeah.
She's just playing.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
But yeah, so far, dude, it's really been a good show.
Well, dude, it wouldn't be the show it is without you. Let me tell you, when you come to these shows, man, you're the life of the party here, man. Always smiling, always in good spirits, knows everybody. If you guys don't know Dustin, look him up. What's your Instagram?
Show me the Tree 87 on Instagram.
Follow him, man. What a good dude. Hearing his story, we just posted a few episodes back, a short story of him. Of course, when you come out,
I still owe you an hour, bro. I still owe you an hour.
We need that hour, man.
Yes, sir.
We're going to need that hour from there. But, no, man, you're the life of the party here, man. We always appreciate you always being good spirits with everybody and bringing that kind of excitement up with everybody.
I can't help it. I've been like this my whole life, and it used to be kind of a liability for me, right? I was that kid getting put off in the corner of the class in the desk because I couldn't stay focused. Well, I get here, and actually it was Christian Michael Schultz that helped me with that tremendously. My first event ever was a Tree Stuff crash course. 2016, I found this website called Tree Stuff, and I'm like, well, what is that? And I started clicking on it, and they had a crash course. Actually, it was when I met Jared also. For $200, you could come out for a weekend, right? And they had Jared teaching climbing. They had Christian Michael Schultz teaching job site communication. Taylor Hamill with an enforcer doing load cells and rigging stuff. Matt Cornell was out there with his saddle at the time. Rich Hattier was talking SRT and 2 wrenches. Nick Araya was doing splicing. Like, it was an all-star cast of trainers. Otis Sisk was out there doing job site safety. And I got this and just showed up in like blue jeans and Ariats. And I was still like, just found a hitch climber coming off of bouncing around the country because I came from landscape lighting. So it was hip thrust and a taut line all over the country. And then I see this like sticker with a heart and a tree, and I found the website and show up at this event, and my head got blowed off. And I see people who are working a lot less than I'm working to get their job done. And it blew my mind and changed my career. And so for that, since that point, I saw Christian being excited and passionate about what he's doing, right? And that man was considered a professional. And for me, that was like, I don't have to tone myself down. Typically, I show up and I'd be calm in a professional setting or try not to be overbearing. And then I saw him and I was like, wow, I started unclipping the muzzle. I'm like, okay, here we go. And what I found is I can add value with that, right? I took something that was typically a liability for me, and I can add value to somebody's experience because I'm getting energy from this, right?
Yeah.
And I can add something by giving it back to somebody.
Dude, that is awesome. You know, you felt like you were free.
Yeah.
You're released.
I found my tribe, man.
Like, this is,
They unclip the muzzle, and I just show up and send it. So if you meet me at an event like this, I'm chasing squirrels and I'm giving hugs. But if you see me at a competition, you will hear me before you find me. like I'm quiet in here because I don't have an inside voice already, but I'm not out here screaming. As soon as the comp starts, dude, that's a that's a release, right?
Yeah.
And you never know when that one person is pushing to that moment of they're going to quit or they're going to hit the limit. And I see that, and I can scream a little bit at you and maybe push you a little bit further. Like, it was the same thing we did in the military, coming out of that and sounding off and just pushing everybody. It's there's friends out here of mine that are absolutely hammer competitors and really crushing, like, gnarly human beings, but they don't draw that from a place of intensity, and that perplexes the hell out of me. Because, like, Jeff Inman, Jeff is a fierce competitor, but he's quiet. He's reserved. I don't know where he gets that, because if I don't get it from, like, I don't have it. I got two modes: go and stop.
Go and stop. Each person's different, man.
Yeah,
they're different skills, different talents, different energy levels, how they do it, techniques, and that's what
we're a huge potluck, dude. And you never know, like, everybody brings something else to the table, and we sit down and share all of that. And I learned so much at every one of these, and only half of it's about tree climbing. Like, there are so many mentors out here that have seen where you're at in your life right now, and it could be in business, it could be in your career, it could be in your climbing, but there's someone here who has dealt with something that you're going through and can help you with that, right? So if you want to come learn about war, you go where the warriors gather and talk about weapons that won battles, and that's this for us, right? I show up and I get hundreds of years of combined experience in one place, and if I'm humble enough to know that I got something to learn, I can leave with crazy amounts of info. But if you're coming in like, oh no, I ain't finna, my daddy taught me to cut trees. Best tree man ever did cut a tree in 1987. And they do that for 30 years, but then they show up here and they're like, wow, I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah. That's wisdom there. I was going to ask, what can you share to the individuals out there? Some wisdom, but that's it right there, man. Right there.
It's my favorite thing about this. I come into it with an open mind. I try to add value where I can, but I just kind of bounce around and see what's going on. And for this one, my first one was 2019. I was the guy with the bag getting the stickers and grabbing everything, and I couldn't believe they were just giving all this stuff away. Now, dude, the only thing I've been collecting is hugs. I've been just like seeing my people giving hugs. And
you didn't give me a hug.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I sure did. I ran up on you. You was talking. Yes, sir.
We didn't give me one today.
Yeah, I got you. As soon as we're done. But no, it's really cool, man. This has been a really good thing for my career. And when I tell people about this stuff, the competitions are one thing, right? But coming to an expo, if you want to be a better climber and you want to get a great return on investment for that, go to a local competition. Go to any competition you can get. Volunteer, show up, and watch it. But if you want to get better in business or in your career or your networking or just find opportunities you're not happy where you're at, come out here. Because there's employees, there's employers, there's contract climbers, there's gear manufacturers. You got a problem, you want to talk to somebody about it, there's a representative out here.
Right here.
Just go put hands on the stuff and talk to them like, hey, man, this sucks. I had an ascender break on me. I brought it with me, and I'm leaving with one because they're like, oh, would you mind if we keep that? We're going to go check it out and see what's wrong with it. And I'm like, absolutely, for sure. And come to find out after looking at it, they've already changed the design where I was able to break it. And they've reinforced it, made it better. But
that's cool.
If I would have been an asshole,
what industry can you go and get that?
None that I'm aware of. The closest thing to the camaraderie that we get and the community that we get here was the military for me. Because in this world, right, we're typically building teams where our actions have consequences. And you get a different type of relationship with your coworkers than you do if you're working in an office. Oh, damn, I didn't submit that report right. Let me just re-download it, and nobody gets hurt, right?
Yeah.
But if we're out here and we're not on our game and we're not, communication before action and applying a systematic approach to this work, it could be life-altering. It could be life-ending. And it really gives you a different bond with the people you're in the trenches with. Mm-hmm. It's a really awesome feeling, and that's the closest thing I found to being in the military with everybody. Like, it's a community.
Happy Veterans Day too, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, dude, they're gonna have a problem. I don't know if they know how many like veteran tree guys are in here, but they're looking at that little free meal list, and we're gonna be wearing them out today. I think I forgot it was Veterans Day because it's Expo.
Oh man, well, dude, your energy feeds me.
I appreciate
that, man. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking the truth. Keep giving the hugs and the love out there and there. And you guys that are listening to this, man, if you guys don't know Dustin, get to know him. He's the guy on the list that you want to get to know and get to follow and see at these.
Just show up. You'll see me. I'll be here.
You'll see him. But, hey, everybody, man, if you like this, if you got something out of it today and some truth, share it. Share it to a friend. Tag us. We'd love to spread the word and spread the love out there of Two Tree Guy Podcast and hearing wisdom and knowledge from all these badasses in our industry for that. So, we love everybody, and just remember to continue to elevate the standard of our industry through safety, training, and innovation. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.